Hi, this is Sam over at Don't Dwell. Today I want to talk about the benefits of near-death experiences, paranormal experiences, aliens, UFOs. What's the great benefit from that? When I was 6 years old and had a near-death experience, I was pretty much too young to understand. In a way, it was blocked from my memory. But then I suffered great pain for 38 years with 5 incurable diseases, including the multiple sclerosis and bipolar, losing the ability to walk at age 37, trying to kill myself twice. So I just suffered a lot until I had a paranormal experience at age 37 or 38. I have to think about that the exact year. But at that time, I really had a hard time getting around, so I watched a lot of TV. I used to watch a lot of ghost hunting shows because I would watch anything and everything. But I didn't know if it was real or not because I never had a direct paranormal experience. I just saw that, but it's like, is this real or fake? I really didn't know until I saw this tweet from a ghost hunter for about an event that they were having at Fort Mifflin in Philadelphia. So I put on all my gear, my cooling vest, everything, because I figured I can go there for an hour. Let me do some research, see what the most active spot is, and plant myself there and see what happens. Well, I had an experience that I couldn't explain. A flashlight going on and off by command. And me being a skeptic, put out my flashlight. And it too was going on and off. So I knew there was something there that I just could not see. And some other experiences there I simply couldn't explain. But since I was dealing with the MS, I was curious. I started to read some books, and my eyesight was very, very poor at that time. So I could only read a few pages a day. So maybe about 7-8 months later, I finally read a book from a medium that showed how they talk to spirits by raising their vibration through meditation. But what really got me in that conversation was when they talked about the benefits of meditation. Meditation equals inner peace. I'm like, I need that. I need inner peace. This bipolar OCD brain is constantly beating me up. I need some inner peace. I need to let go of this stress, this worry, all these fears about my health. I simply need to get rid of all that. So I started to do a simple meditation practice. And you can see that in my inner peace meditation video I made a few days ago. It's just a simple video, 2 minutes about my process, the 2-minute meditation. And I was basically doing a 5-minute meditation. But from that meditation, 3 months later, I had a mystical experience I couldn't explain. I heard a voice say, "Perfect Spirit." And here I am today, 6 years later, with no signs of disease, disability, no longer need my team of 6 doctors, all my medicine, my needles. I don't need any of that anymore because I let go of the mind. And that's what I see from all these near-death experiences. Subtle beings, paranormal, UFO, aliens. There's so much of it out there. It tells you it's real. All these people aren't inventing something. The mass media ignores it. Most people ignore it. But if you're watching this, you're a believer. You know there is something greater than you out there. You know you are part of the one in a way. But perhaps you didn't have that direct experience yet. It's like reading about orange juice without actually tasting orange juice. You don't really know till you have that experience. When you have that experience, life is completely different. That's where I see the biggest benefit of all these events is to open up that mind that there is something greater than these limitations of mind placed upon us. Even my handicap placard had the word permanent on it. But hello, this disability is not permanent. I let that go too. All these stories from the doctors and all the stuff I read about multiple sclerosis simply wasn't my truth. So that's one thing you have to be aware of. Now, when you hear somebody speaking, it doesn't matter who they are, their power, or their position. Does it resonate with you? If it doesn't resonate with you, then it's not your truth, and you need to let that go. And unfortunately, we take the beliefs and opinions of others as our truth, and that makes us small and limited. So the biggest benefit is to say, hey, all these rules in my head are made up. And that's where I really help people in my inner peace sessions, my healing sessions. I get this place to a mind, a place of peace, the connection with the one. Then you may have all these mystical experiences. I've had so many mystical experiences now since meditation. It would take me years to make videos for all of them, from my full Kundalini awakening, from hearing the voice called Perfect Spirit, from the TV turning on, from my cell phone not working, just all these encounters. Even in my healing circles, empowerment circles, things happen I cannot explain. I could be on the one far side of the room, and somebody will tell me on the other side of the room that somebody was with them, touching them, or walking around them. And I even get this on my Skype calls where people say, people were walking around me while you were talking to me. Because I get to this space of one. And in the space of one, we're connected to all these dimensions, all these beings. Yes, subtle beings are real. Aliens are real. UFOs are real. Near-death experiences are real. But it's ignored by most. And I congratulate you for actually watching this, for being more open than the typical person just sleepwalking through life. Now just take that belief and explore a little bit deeper and let go of all that limitations. Let go of all that nonsense in your head. All that nonsense in the head forced me to try to take my life twice because I believed I was not worthy, that I was not deserving of life. You know, all these sleeping pills I had, you know, dangerous for bipolar. But I'm pretty chill today with no signs of disease. So I do offer a free 15-minute session just to bring some inner peace to you. And who knows, you may have a paranormal experience. I can't really say when people get these mystical experiences. But they happen fairly often. Or you can watch my inner peace meditation I recorded. It's just the 2 minutes of my process, or not process, whatever you want to call it, and my 2-minute meditation, which I made 5 minutes for my practice. That's all I have is a simple meditation practice. Then 3 months later, I heard a voice say, Perfect Spirit. And here I am, healthy today. It defies logic, explanation. And that's why society ignores it. That's why society ignores your belief in aliens, UFOs, near-death experiences, subtle beings. Some call them angels, guides, whatever. Just this language is so limiting. And what's coming to me, you know, is the great truth. The truth that can be spoken is not the great truth. The great truth is in the silence, is with the one. And life just magically unfolds when you're with the one. And you're no longer believing this mind, this nonsense, that you are not enough. You are strong. You are powerful. You have everything within you to create the life you want. And everything outside of you is merely a tool, an aid. But unfortunately for some, it becomes their savior. Only you can save yourself. Is by taking those daily actions, those small steps that create the life you want. I think that's enough for today. I always look forward to answering your questions. Leave comments below. Even send me letters at helpdesk@don'tdwell.org, and I'll create videos where I just answer your letters and questions. I can't explain it. Out of this wisdom, out of this silence, this wisdom just comes. I remember in California, somebody was asking me about the Philadelphia experiment. I had no clue. So I just sat with it. And I gave them all these details and all this information that I simply could have not known. And that's what I'm finding. There's stuff I know that I really shouldn't know. Just reading the clouds, if you will. And how the mediums and psychics work. They just read the clouds. They're not really reading your mind because all your thoughts are going into this cloud. That's the best way I can describe it. Alright, that's all for today. You can find me at don'tdwell.org. Stay beautiful. Blessings to you. Peace.